I'm just waiting. Okay, recording. Thank you for coming to the Board of Selectmen's meeting Monday, May 16, 2022, in the Wacoit Meeting Room, Mashpee Town Hall, 16 Great Neck Road North, Mashpee, Mass. 02649. Broadcast live on local cable channel 18, stream live on the Town of Mashpee website, www.mashpeema.gov/channel18. It is 6:30, and we are convening in open session. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and I'd like a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Approval of the following Monday, April 25th, 2022, regular session, and Monday, May 2nd, 2022, regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call. Tom?
Yes.
David?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And yes. Okay. Do we have any public comment?
No, it's the last.
It's last? Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I thought maybe we forgot. Okay, appointments and hearings. Discussion and approval of the following special event: Race Amity Day, June 12, 2022, 12 to 4 p.m. at the Mashpee Community Park. Andrew, would you?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the special events application for Race Amity Day, hosted by the Mashpee Inclusion and Diversity Committee, Sunday, June 12th, 12 to 4, as requested.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Yes.
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 Discussion and approval of the following proclamations: Race Amity Day.
You read it?
Yeah, please.
Proclamation, Race Amity Day. Whereas Massachusetts supports the Great Seal of the United States of America, which bears the inscription E pluribus unum, which translates from Latin as out of many one, and whereas the greatest asset in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is its people, and whereas friendship, collegiality, civility, respect, and kindness are commonly shared ideals of the collective citizenry of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and whereas Towards E Pluribus Unum initiative has invited communities across the United States of America to join in introspection and reflection on the beauty and richness of diverse peoples of this great nation, while reaching out with a spirit of amity toward one another annually on the second Sunday in June. And whereas House 2745, Chapter 163 of the Acts of 2015 of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts establishes the second Sunday in June annually as Race Amity Day, and therefore we, Mashpee Select Board, do hereby proclaim June 12th, 2022 to be Race Amity Day in the town of Mashpee.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Yes.
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 Thank you, Andrew. That was good. Okay, Mashpee Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year.
Proclamation, Mashpee Board of Selectmen Citizen of the Year. Whereas Thomas C. Rulo faithfully served the town of Mashpee in the fire department for over 10 years as its fire chief and deputy fire chief, and whereas Mr. Rulo successfully worked as the town of Mashpee's emergency management director for many years, and whereas Mr. Rulo was instrumental during the COVID-19 pandemic in ensuring that the town's elderly and homebound residents received services to protect their well-being, and whereas Mr. Rulo worked in cooperation with the Mashpee Community Health Center and the Mashpee Board of Health to expand the town's outreach programs and hold numerous vaccine clinics at Christ the King Parish and the Cape Cod Church, and whereas Mr. Rulo was influential in ensuring that the town residents were well informed of safety protocols and that health supplies were readily available for our first responders, and whereas Mr. Rulo received advanced training in many areas for the fire and rescue service, including fireworks safety and its many specialized skills, and whereas Mr. Rulo earned the distinguished honor of being named Mashpee Chamber of Commerce Citizen of the Year, therefore we, the Mashpee Board of Selectmen, do hereby proclaim May 18th, 2022 to be Thomas C. Rouleau Day in the town of Mashpee.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Yes.
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 Okay. Discussion approval of the following appointments. Conservation Commission, the member-at-large, Stephen Cook. The term will expire June 30th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Associate member, Marjorie Clapboard.
Clapprood.
Term expires June 30th, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Mashpee Inclusion and Diversity Committee, member-at-large, Rola Kent. Term expires June 30th, 2022.
So move.
All in
Second.
favor?
Yes.
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 Discussion approval of the following resignation. Affordable Housing Committee, member-at-large, Michael Richardson. Term expires June 30th, 2022.
Make a motion, we accept the resignation because he can't serve on an appointed and elected position at the same time.
Right.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
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 Okay. Public comment. Kevin Sheckett. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Kevin Shack at 31 Brewster Road, Mashpee, Mass. I wanted to say I totally support John Cotton and his belief of standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. Greg McGilvery.
Good evening. Greg McKelvey, 11 Menimsha Road in Mashpee. As y'all are aware that the Constitution and the Bill of Rights sets forth one of the greatest documents ever. And in that document, it sets forth guarantees of freedom of the press, freedom of speech, and freedom of religion, all three which are cornerstones of our society today. We have a representative from the press here tonight doing her job. Religion is an important part of our society, and everybody should be free to worship and do as they choose in a legal manner in our country when it comes to worship. So should free speech be respected on all aspects. Free speech is one of the cornerstones of our society, and no one should encumber free speech or have it set forth as any type of threat to take away our free speech. It's a right of all people, and we should affirm that as a people. I certainly appreciate the fact that people can come to this board and many other boards open with free comment and speak publicly and freely, and I support that continuation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Elena Doyle.
Alana Doyle,
Alana.
it's okay. Sunset Strip, Mashpee. Just wanted to say that the personal attacks that have recently been made against the majority of this board and others within the town is really unfortunate. Being fairly active within this town, I know disagreements occur. There are many times I disagree with some of you. However, the name-calling, bullying, and belittling is really just arrogant behavior, and I'm sorry that you guys have been subject to it. I only wish some members of our community could express their feelings without resorting to such petty behavior. No one deserves that. I don't think some people respect the time commitment and dedication put forth by each of you, and I ask those with such harsh criticisms to attack the policies and issues and use facts and reasoning to get their points across, not personal attacks and hate. So, thank you.
Thank you. Cindy Jones.
Madam Chair and Select Board, and I just want to reiterate what has been said here. Basically, it's the same. And as you know, I am a Gold Star parent. As with every man and woman who has given the oath to defend this country, I look to all of them as true patriots. Some give the ultimate to defend our freedoms, and some carry the everlasting scars of their sacrifices every day they breathe. We try in so many ways to show our gratitude to our military and veterans. Not many of us are willing to take on that role of the warrior In fact, only 1% of our great society is willing to give it all. One way we can show our appreciation is just to stand together when the pledge is being said. I do know that my son put on the Marine uniform because of his love for this country, for the freedoms he experienced in his short life. Eric and all the veterans I know that defend our freedoms, they defend the freedoms of our Constitution, the right of religious freedom and the First Amendment right, the freedom of speech. I do believe that nothing comes between man and God. I truly understand that. I also deeply respect the right to express oneself without being feared of being attacked. When I watched the April 11th town meeting, I was saddened by the quick explosion behavior to Mr. Cotton's private citizen remark. Mr. Cotton, a Navy veteran, simply employed his First Amendment right by expressing his disappointment to those not standing to honor all that the Constitution stands for. Never did he mention a specific name. He made an observation as a private citizen. I respect those religious beliefs, and I try very hard to push aside my personal hurt to all of our military and veterans, especially those who gave the ultimate. When I witnessed that on the tape, when I witnessed the attack on Mr. Cotton's First Amendment right to express his belief, I was appalled. My husband and I has been homeowners in Mashpee for over 30 years. My husband's family moved here 41 years ago. We chose to retire here because of the community feeling, and Mashpee always had that wonderful small town community feeling. And so many events have happened since then. I have witnessed the gradual, well-thought-out growth of Mashpee, and am very proud of this quiet little town and what it has become. I'm very proud of the way you have all conducted and have bonded together and have stand strong as a select board. However, I do fear that this town is losing that community feeling that it once had, and that saddens me. Thank you. And Madam Chair, good luck. And thank you.
Thank you.
Communication and correspondence, we don't have any. Old business, new business. Discussion and approval of the Board of Selectmen's meeting schedule July through December. Everybody has their, anybody have?
Madam Chair, if I could,
Sure.
we have had communication with a representative from the tribe, and what we would like to do is just, in addition to what is in your memo, add July 18th at 6:30, which would be at the Tribal Government Center.
July 18th, okay. At 6:30.
We would have had that on the calendar,
Yes.
but we got this at the
Okay.
proverbial 11th hour, so I just want to make sure that you're all set on that schedule.
Okay.
Make a motion, we adopt the schedule as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Additional topics, liaison reports. John?
Nothing that I can bring up today.
Okay. David?
Nothing at this time.
John?
Joint Base Cape Cod meeting tomorrow,
Wednesday.
Wednesday evening. So, for the next meeting.
And Andy?
Just a note on the world of wastewater. The county commissioners put forward a requested proposal to Massachusetts Clean Water Trust to create a sliding scale for septic loans down to zero based on income. So this is something that my organization had proposed to the county back in the fall of last year. County actually, with Brian Baumgartner, who works at the county test center, is also our chair of Board of Health. They worked really hard on it, made it a better project proposal, and every indication is that the state treasurer's office will approve it. So sometime soon this year, residents who make less than 20% of area median income will be able to qualify for a 0% loan for septic upgrades and sewer connections. So there's a real nexus between what we're doing and the impact on people. And then people who have 180%, between 120 and 180% of area median income can get a 2% loan, which in today's interest world is still a pretty good deal. And then people who are above 180 will get 4. So it's a real important part, and it's a lot of what discussion's been happening between the Sewer Commission, Board of Health, and John and I on a septic strategy was predicated on that loan program being enhanced.
That
So
takes away a little of the fear
Takes a lot of the sting away.
away. Good.
When it's official, it'd be nice.
Yeah, so they adopted it and forwarded it along last Wednesday, so good news for Mashpee.
Okay. And the only thing I have is the Citizen of the Year will be Wednesday night with the Chamber of Commerce in New Seabury. Okay, town manager updates.
Yeah, you want to mention the Paul Funk dedication?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I don't have that written down, but they're
That's
also.
actually the same night.
It's the same night.
And the same
dedication
time.
of the school,
Yeah.
and the
Wednesday
same
night
time.
at 5:30.
Yeah, it's at 5:15 to 5:45, according to the school,
5:15
to 5:45.
to 5:45, okay. And that's at the high school.
At the high school.
Okay, town manager updates.
We did have a uptick of COVID cases over the weekend, 17 new positive cases, 15 cases moved out of isolation, so there are a total of 24 current cases in Mashpee. And I also want to mention that I will be going before the CIP on Thursday, I believe it is, and then subsequently before the Finance Committee for the purposes of trying to secure some funds out of the reserve fund for this dividing wall right here, which does not work. It's not operational at this point. Well, technically it is. They've repaired it, but long story short, we're going to be seeking some funds to have a permanent fix because it has been giving us problems, and we always want to be able to divide the room if we have to. So that's what that is about.
Okay.
And the only other thing I would mention is in regards to the proclamation that the board just approved. Hopefully, there's pause in this community and in this state and in this country regarding the recent tragedy in Buffalo.
Thank you. Okay, executive.
I make a motion, the board convene an executive session pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, for the purpose of discussing strategy relative to pending litigation in the matter of Haney, trustee of Gooseberry Island Trust versus Town of Mashpee Zoning Board of Appeals et al., U.S. District Court, Massachusetts, docket 21-10718 JGD, and personal services contract for Deputy Fire Chief Joseph Pelletier, with the chair declaring that such discussion in an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the litigating and bargaining position of the town and the board. The board will reconvene in open session.
Second. Second.
I declare that an open meeting on these issues may have a detrimental effect on the litigation and bargaining position of the town. Do I have a second?
Yes,
Second.
Yes.
All in favor?
Yes.
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 We're going into executive session, but we will convene.